After a string of DMs and text messages, Ian decided to shoot his shot and ask Abby to coffee where they could actually meet in person. Sounds like a perfect plan, but you remember that commitment Abby made? Well, she did too. And like any girl playing what some like to call hard to get, that she swears is just a commitment to singleness, Abby said no. But don't worry, she didn't crush Ian's heart completely. Offering a sliver of hope, she invited Ian to a friend's birthday party for games, food, and hanging out. Ian agreed, and that Saturday, he and Abby had their first meeting in front of their friend's apartment. Abby says looking back on it, she felt very pursued to know that Ian was willing to hang around a bunch of strangers that he didn't know just to meet her. Well, the cool part of their meeting is that the apartment these two will actually live in is right above the spot where they first met.
Yeah.
A short time later.
That's why we got it.
Yeah. Abby thinks that's adorable too.
Ian, you are the man I've prayed for and hoped for. I cannot believe how blessed I am. We deserve none of this, and yet somehow God decided to lavish his goodness on us with each other. You are going to be an amazing husband. You love me so well already, and you sacrifice constantly. I love you, Ian. I'm amazed that I have the privilege of loving you for the rest of our lives. Now, in the words of Song of Solomon, eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love.
Dear Abby, I am so excited to marry you. This is the day we've been waiting for so long. All the sad goodnight goodbyes as one of us leave are over. I'm constantly reminded of how you are God's answer to years and years of prayer by me and so many others. You are amazing, you are beautiful, and I'm so excited to be your husband. I love you, Abby.
Hi! Hi! No, it's been a long time coming. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You look amazing.
I wanted to make you cry.
My heart was racing though. Is this what you thought it was? Dang it. It's fine.
Oh, you wrote a lot, babe.
Yeah, I was so proud. I was like, that's decent.
So this guy,
Yeah.
I started writing in November of 2020
What?
to my future spouse. And then
This was when you weren't dating, right?
correct. And then
Oh my gosh.
shifts started to happen. And so then I started writing to you.
Ian, over the last 11 months, one of the greatest privileges has been seeing you cherish Abby with such attentiveness.
Kind of the most significant thing I've come to learn about him, which is his incredible capacity to give love.
But the quality that I've admired the most over the last few years is her constant pursuit of Jesus.
Abby and Ian, you will remember this day for the rest of your lives. It is one of a handful of days that establishes something so significant that God calls it sacred.
Ian, I vow to submit to your leadership and model a Christ-centered marriage for the world to see.
I vow to be present and committed to the million little moments that make up our marriage, not just the big ones.
I vow to love Christ more than you and to let his peace, joy, and gospel overflow into our marriage.
I vow to keep short accounts and quick to confess wrong and confess for forgiveness.
I vow to never stop pursuing a personal relationship with Jesus.
I vow to be patient when you don't want to talk or share your feelings right away. Remembering that you are an internal processor, I'm the verbal processor, as I'm doing it now. I vow to remember that we are a team, that any issue or difficult situation we face together, and that nothing other than God comes before you.
I vow to outdo you in love, constantly striving to show you with my words and actions.
I vow to commit myself to studying God's word and praying for you and our family, as God is truly the one in control.
I vow to never stop laughing and having fun with you.
I vow to remind you constantly how incredibly beautiful and gifted you are. You truly are my standard of beauty.
I vow to be honest always, even when it hurts.
I vow to lead well, to lead in a way that leads you to delight in what God has called you to do as a wife, all the while working side by side to the glory of God.
I vow to work to appreciate and celebrate our differences and what makes us unique.
I vow to seek you for your wise counsel, as God so graciously reminds me constantly that I need it. I vow to work to love you as Christ loves the church, to love you in a sacrificial way that treats you as more important than myself.
By the power vested in me as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I now pronounce you as husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no person separate. Ian, you may kiss your bride. It is my privilege to present to you for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Ian and Abby Dawson, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a few months before I met you, I wrote this prayer. I'm praying for someone thoughtful, kind, genuine, generous, outgoing, and who loves you wholeheartedly. Someone who will never stop chasing you and pushing me to do the same. And you're the man that I prayed for. You embody all of these qualities and more.
You asked me the other day if when I met you, were you what I expected? The truth is, you are what I have been hoping and praying for and more. I'm constantly reminded of Ephesians 3:20 when I think of you, that God blesses us with more than we can ever ask Him or dream of. For me, that blessing is you.
You make me laugh harder than anyone, and you never cease to amaze me and humble me with your sacrificial heart. You are without a doubt my best friend, my confidant, the one whom my soul loves.
And finally, Abby Grace Catherine, this vow I know that I will never fail to accomplish. I vow to be your loving husband till the day God calls us home.
I love you, Ian Dawson. Let's go make a life together. I'm eternally grateful to Christ for his perfect timing and for blessing me with you. For my friends and family that don't know Ian all that well yet, let me read you some quotes from the past year that I've been writing down. Just to give you some insight on my future husband's personality. I think pasta is an idol in my life. You dance like an extrovert. I feel like it's easier to drink water standing up rather than sitting down. I feel like Jesus would play volleyball. I have dates I can show you.